Here we go. Watch me flex my flow. You'll be the next to know. Spit it hot flambeau. Swing them bars like whoa. Grab the remote control. Must have called a million times. I'm on the other side. Hello. Better watch that stream. Caught up in the track to beat. Scrub that beat with bleach. So when I hit it, bro, I spit it clean. Burn it now. Have to turn the furnace down. Y'all don't want this beef. I hit them with a holy cow. Hit them with the verse. Got them thinking, wow. This ain't a game, kid. Why you play around? This that ill spit. Them bars are so sick. I'll shock the whole world in a phylactic. Every single time I spit another rhyme, the planets all align so bright I blind them with my shine. Bro, I'm designed to make your confidence decline. Every line about to blow like stepping on a landmine. Here we go. Here we go.
What is going on? We are coming at you live from the Ross Racing Camper Cam. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Please comment. I have no idea if this is working, but we are going to try something brand spanking new for you guys tonight. Obviously, last night we had an awesome show. Jonathan Hilton killing it with the Barnyard Brawl recap, and I'm going to add to that excitement. Hopefully we can get a comment. Hopefully we can get a few thumbs up. I don't know if the sound's working. I hope it is. I am on the mobile setup, so hopefully it'll start coming through. I got the comments up on the side. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff to show off and hopefully hype up a few things. We got a lot of good news. Now, hopefully the mic is on. That's what I'm hoping. If somebody could please comment, give me a thumbs up or anything like that. I think I got comments on. So we got 12 people online right now joining us. Hopefully we can get, I got a few thumbs up, but I would like to know if the sound is actually working and if you can hear me. Hopefully I'm not just talking to myself because that would really suck. But the Barnyard Brawl. I got to tip my hat off to Braden and Ryan McKay. Those guys put on a phenomenal show. Not only was it a surprise to see that we could race under the lights at the Barnyard, but man, it was super cool to be a part of that. I don't think the comments are working on here. Let me just check and see if I can get onto the show this way. Turn the volume down. Sweet. Okay, I can hear you, Matt. Thank you. Yes, hopefully Matt is feeling A-okay. Curtis, what's up? Noah in the house. Got to see Noah and his whole setup. And, dude, his setup is killer. Awesome to finally see you out at the Barnyard Brawl. Okay, so now that I know that we got some sound and I got the comments coming in, now I feel like I can start the show. So, one of the cool things that I have is a guest cam. So you can sit your butt right across the mic from me and we can hash it out in the mobile pit area. So that is super cool. Hopefully that'll be something that we can utilize out on the road, at the track, and have a little bit of fun with it. Just need some R&R. That is awesome. Mike, what is going on? We have a pretty cool show. So the first thing I want to get into is some of the results from the Barnyard Brawl. So let me bring these on screen right here. And I am going to have to scroll through some of this stuff because it was just super cool. New track record, 160 plus entries. Super hard to pull off, especially since we weren't sure if they had lights. But man, They did not disappoint. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to go to the qual points. I'm not going to spend too much time on going through all the qualifiers, but the track was ever changing, ever challenging. You had to fight with tire choices, and it went from super grippy in the morning to dusty under the sun to the moisture starting to come back at night. But let's get into the qual points. Best 2 out of 3. So we're going to start with four-wheel drive truck. This is the baby trucky class, and it was super cool to see a full heat of these bad boys rocking and rolling around the track. Jonathan, JC, what's up? And Michael, what's going on? Jeff, thank you. Oh, okay, so I'll have to make sure I don't do the split. Thank you, Jeff, for the heads up. All right, so we got taking the TQ spot is Scott. You got number 2, Rick. Hey, actually, Rick was hella fast this weekend in that class. It was cool to see. You got Kel in the 3, Coop in the 4. You got Steve Thayer in the 5, Derek in the 6. I'll get to Derek later, but man, I'm going to tell you, Nathan is still talking about the battle he had with Derek. Matt in the 7, Aiden in the 8. I didn't even know both Aiden and his dad are rocking the new baby truggy class. That is super cool. And Chris rounding out the field. So that was in the four-wheel drive truck. Then we got two-wheel drive truck. We'll just keep it in the truck class for now. You got Corey Wolf. Corey, I have to thank you and your daughter so much for helping my stuff from blowing away into the farmer's field. We had a little bit of a disaster in the Ross Racing pits. All of our stuff wanted to blow away and go visit the neighbors. But thank you to Corey for helping us out. It was awesome. Kyle, what is going on? All right, so number 1 in two-wheel drive truck, you got Corey Wolf. Darren Martin. Craig was another one, man. He was having a blast this weekend. You got Mark in the 4. You got Adam in the 5. Jerry in the 6. Actually, Jerry did fan-freaking-tastic once he got his Teak Electronics all figured out. Hopefully, he likes the programming and setup we put on his ESC. It seems to have helped. Number 7, you got Owen. Number 8, you got Carter. Number 9, you got Logan. Kyle, what's up, buddy? All right, so now we'll get into the two-wheel drive short course. Two-wheel drive short course is the track owner, Ryan Fireball McKay, throwing it down on home turf. Awesome to see. It was a treat to see him wheel that thing around. Blanked it. He said TQ 3 times in a row, and I think in round 4, he might have been a little tired. Number 2, you got Justin. In the number 3 spot, Monty. Huge shout out to Monty. Monty is doing it right. If it wasn't for Monty bringing his mobile hobby shop to the barnyard, a lot of us wouldn't have had the same amount of fun as we were able to do, especially some peeps in my camp. Thank you, Monty, for being there for the support of all the fellow RC racers. You guys got to go check it out. It's the big black bad butt trailer. But, yeah, always go check out Monty. He's always got some cool stuff. Jeff, what is going on? Can't wait to see you racing out at Spark. Number 4 spot, you got Mike Dory. Number 5, you got Trevor Thornton. Number 6, you got Adam. Number 7, you got Nick. Number 8, you got Austin. So, going to the 4x4 short course, some epic battles here. Ryan Saunders, we'll get to him a little bit later, but Ryan definitely had that race and event and TQ all wrapped up, but we'll get into what happened later. Andrew Blakely running a clapped out 3.0 TLR, throwing down a TQ run with the Ross Racing body, and definitely looked the part. And once I show him what was wrong with his truck, it could have been a different story. Although Ryan seemed to have the field covered. Coop, another solid finish in third place. Paul, Paul definitely had a truck to win, just was off a tick at the start and had to battle back. But Tim in the 5, Dennis the Madman Mayville in the 6, number 7, Mike Moore, number 8, Chris, number 9, Mike Dory, number 10, Nick, number 11, Randy, 12, Adam, 13, Phil, 4, Aiden there, 15 is Ashton, 16 is Steve, 17 is Trevor, 18 is Noah, 19 is Hensing, and 20 is Ronald. Hensing, I hope I'm saying your name right. He helped us out getting the suspension dialed in for our TLR short course so Andrew can go out and TQ. So it was super cool for that. So sticking with the 10 scale, I would have to say that the two-wheel drive buggy class did not disappoint. It is crazy seeing two-wheel drive buggies running outdoor on a true off-road course. Man, was it cool to see Monty taking the TQ over Darren Quinn. Number 3, you got Jay. Number 4, you got Martin. Number 5, you got Donkers. Rob actually had similar issues as me with his canopy. Justin in the 6, Scott in the 7, Kel in the 8, Mike in the 9, Braden McKay in the top 10, Rob Wheeler in the 11, Mark in the 12, John in the 13, Steve in the 14, Trevor 15, Owen 16. John Blakely in the house. We will get to him as well. Moving on to E-Truggy, the biggest vehicles on the property this weekend by far. Yeah, Donkers was killing it with the rear motor. What's going on, Brian? Thank you for doing all the work to Spark. It is definitely looking good. We will get to Spark right after we are done with the Barnyard because the Barnyard Brawl was too fun not to have this special show and recap. Taking top honors is no surprise. That fast kid, Douglas Schufeld, doing it again. No surprise in number 2 either. The Otter was super solid running the S-Works E-Trug. You got Brandon in the number 3 spot, Ryan in the number 4, Ryan Martin in the number 5, Johnny Rainey, the Rocket, in the number 6 spot, A main, right into the show. Derek Pryor, holy crap, Derek was on fire this weekend. He actually beat Rob this weekend, which was awesome to see. Huge confidence booster for Derek going into the next round. Dennis Mayville straight into the A main. Tim in the number 9 spot. Rick Hay rounding out the top 10. Rob Van Esch, Mike Moore, Paul in the 13, Matt Abaj in the 14, Coop in the 15, Corey Wolf in the 16, Chris 17, Pete Ecclestone Jr. in the 18, 19 was Derek, 20 was Randy, 21 was Nathan Ross. I'll get to that battle later. You can see there was only a few separating him and Derek, but man, that was crazy when we get to that event. Carolyn Wolf in the 22, Mason in the 23, Kat in the 24, Ken rounded out the 25. So, Jay, what is going on? Now we go to the premier class and the largest field of the weekend. Taking top honors again is that fast guy, Douglas Schufeld. Not only is he ridiculously fast, he was a tremendous help in and around the S-Works camp. Not only the S-Works camp, he's a tremendous help all over the place. Let's face it, if you want to know something about going fast, you better go talk to him. He helped out Johnny get his ESC working properly. He helped John get the steering Ackerman all set up on the S-Works. Just his attention to detail and the way that he wants to figure things out to go fast on anything is a true testament to why he's number one in both the big scale classes. All right, number 2, you got Kyle. Very solid run for him. Number 3, you got Darren Quinn. Number 4, you got Monty. Rounding out the top 5, Andrew Blakely. He only had the 2 classes this weekend. That's why I had to sponsor him in short course, just so we could get a little bit more track time. But man, his buggy was dialed. He out-qualified everybody in the S-Works team, and it was super cool to see him putting it right into the A main. Pete Eplestone Jr. in that 6th spot, the Otter in the 7th, and then Johnny Ronnie, the Rocket, putting it in the A main. This kid is, I can't even say enough. It is amazing how fast he has gotten just in the last season. I'm at a loss for words with how much he has definitely stepped up his game. So 9, you got Jay. 10, you got Rick Endler, who got the bump, I believe, into the show too. Rick had limited practice, and he still stepped it up huge. It was awesome to see. I still owe, hold on, we got to keep going down. Dennis Mayville, $2, beat me by 2 spots, so I got to pay him up. So next ice cream is on me, big guy. Dennis Mayville kicking my butt with his techno, looking good. You got Ryan Saunders in the 12. You got Rob Van Esch in the 13. Mayville 14. Craig, awesome run in the 15 spot, one above me. We had some fun racing in his heat. We were in the B main. You got Kyle in the 17. Matt Abaj in the 18. Paul in the 19. Braden in 20. Player in the 21. Mike Moore in the 22. Right behind him was Nathan Ross, man, with a solid run. He was basically 9 seconds behind Mr. Mike Moore, and he was getting faster as he got his confidence up. Derek in the 24, John in the 25, Nick in the 26, Pryor in the 27, Mason in the 28, Phil in the 29, Carolyn in the 30. You got Adam in the 31st, Randy in the 32nd, Addie in the 33rd, Sean in the 34th, Nick in the 35th, Lister in 36th, Aiden in the 37th, Michaela in the 38th, Adam in the 39th. That's 3 Adams so far. You weren't keeping track. Fabian in the 40th, Aaron in the 41st, Jen 42nd, Mark Bavario, nice to see him out at the track, 43rd, Steve 44th, Ken in the 45th, and 46 buggies total in that run. It was crazy. Steve, what is going on? Byron, what's up? Tim, how's it going? All right, so now we will have to get into the mains, because the mains is where it is at. So I'm going to quickly go through these because there was a few that I definitely want to touch on, but they had double A mains, but there's one that I have to go to because I'm a little biased with this one, but boom. 1/8 scale E Truggy C main. You had Pete Eplestone Jr. driving away with it, but look at who was battling for the last bump spot. It was Nathan and Derek going toe-to-toe. Derek definitely had the fast lap with the 25.9. Nathan with the 26.6. But, 24.4 and 26.1. But proud dad moment right here. Got to show you guys this. Nathan's fast lap, 26.1. His top 15, 26.8. His consistency, 97.857. To say that I was proud is an understatement. He crushed it in that round, and I think it had a lot to do with the clean, fun driving that Derek was doing with him. And boy, was my heart beating out of my chest when it got to that. But what I want to do is I do want to start with the B main, because in the B main, you had a shot at getting into the show. So Let me go all the way down here just to make sure I got it. So two-wheel drive, buggy B main. We're going to show off the top two, and getting the bump ups were Braden McKay and Mike Dory. After 8 minutes, finishing on the same lap, they were literally a half a second apart. Super cool to see for these small buggies, but two-wheel drive was definitely something that I am not used to seeing full heats of. So going to the buggy four-wheel drive, B main. Like I said, this guy might not have had a lot of track time, a lot of practice, but boy, did he get both his cars in the show. Rick Endler getting the bump easily with the one lap lead over Mike Player. Both of those guys putting it in the show. Jim, what is going on? Welcome to the show. All right, so moving on up to the next B main, we had 4x4 short cars. And you got the two guys getting the bump was Nick and Mike Dory going to the show, both on the same lap. And look at that, half a second separating the top two getting the bump. So you know they were going to be ready heading into that A main. So now you got your E Truggy B main. The two making the show was Tim Robinson and Pete Applestone Jr. Actually, Pete, he definitely impressed me with a lot of his runs. Very shocked to see him bumping from the C to the B to the A, but he took the long way, but he definitely put it in the show when it mattered most. All right, so keep on trucking along. That was the E Truggy B main. So I think we had one more B main before we get into any of the A's. I'm just going to go out of order a little bit. So the 8-scale buggy B main, you had Rick Endler again. Not so much running away with it this time. He had to keep, Brandon in check. Brandon was only 6.6 seconds behind, both on a 19-lap pace, but both those two put their vehicles into the show, which is always exciting because you want to make sure if you drive that far, you put forth that much effort, you want to try and make the show or be like me and record the show. All right, so the first A main of the day was two-wheel drive buggy A main. So what we'll do is we'll run down the top 5 in this one. Actually, we'll run down the top 5 in all the A mains. So you got Darren Quinn taking the number 1 spot. You got Doug in the number 2, Jay in the number 3, 4 was Scott, and Rob Donkers, the only one running a rear motor. To my knowledge, you guys can correct me, I think everybody else was running that mid motor magic, and he was still hanging with that rear motor. Jordan, what's up, bud? All right. So going up to the next A main of the day was two-wheel drive short course. This one was super cool to see. I love the realism of these short course trucks running around. You got Justin in the number 1 spot, Monty in the 2, Ryan Fireball McKay rounding out the top 3. You got Mike in the 4th, and 5th place was Adam. So super cool to see Adam getting in the top 5 because you know this Adam wasn't doing it. That's for sure. All right, let's keep on trucking. We got a lot to cover in this show. I got a nice announcement of another race this coming weekend and a few gizmos and gadgets sitting on the table here. So next A main, two-wheel drive truck. Two-wheel drive truck. You got Corey taking the top spot over Darren Martin, Craig in the number 3, Mark in the 4, and Adam in the number 5 spot. So going to A number 1 for four-wheel drive buggy. Four-wheel drive buggy. Oh, I forgot Douglas was in this one. Jeez Louise. Another class, another TQ, and another win. Douglas Schufeld taking the top spot over Darren Quinn. Number 3 is Kyle. Number 4 is Monty. And number 5, coming from the B main, Rick Endler. What an awesome drive to be able to come all the way up through the field and still finish that close to the podium in that stacked field. So the baby trug is up next. You got Rick Hay. I told you he was fast in qualifying. He didn't TQ, but he was right there. But he did steal the win. You got Kel in the number 2, Chris in the number 3, and Coop in the 4. Rounding out the top 5 is Steve Fair. Awesome run there, especially for Steve. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got his kid there. He's running multiple classes. I know that pain. So the last A main sort. Nope, we got a couple more. Hold on. We got 4x4 short course, A main. You got Coop taking the number 1, Andrew in the 2, Tim in the 3, Paul in the 4, Dennis Mayville rounding out the top 5. Going to E Buggy, A main number 1. You got Douglas taking the top spot, Kyle in the 2, the Otter, the top finishing S-Works driver by far. Super cool to see. Darren in the 4 and Pete Eplestone in the 5. Don't forget how many bumps he got to get to that 5. So that is super impressive that he was able to pull that off. So E Chuggy, A main number 1. You got Douglas again in the top spot. Ryan Martin in the 2. The Otter again in the number 3 spot. Brandon in the 4. Ryan McKay in the 5. But how is it all gonna shake out, you ask? Now we're getting into the A2s. So the first A2 of the day was the 2-wheel drive. So you got Justin taking the top spot, Darren in the 2, Martin in the 3, and Monty in the 4. Braden McKay rounding out the top 5. So if you're not familiar with how this works when it's a double A main format, second best wins, and it goes based off of your results combined. Whoever has the lowest score actually gets the win. First place gets the 0. We will show you guys that when we get to the overall results. We will just do the top 3 because that's all that got on the podium anyways. So number 2, A main, was 2-wheel drive short course. You got Monty Wolf going back-to-back wins, starting from the 3rd position too. So he had to battle for this one. Monty taking the top spot, Justin number 2, Mike number 3, Trevor number 4, and Nick in the number 5 position. Now we go to the 2-wheel drive truck, A2 sort. You got Darren Martin in the top spot. Craig with another solid run, number 2, Corey Wolf 3, Mark 4, and Adam in the 5th spot. Keep on trucking. We are rocking and rolling. I'm trying to get all this in so we can get to the good stuff. But man, the Barnyard, it was epic. The whole thing. We got it going. A2, Douglas taking the top spot again. Kyle in the number 2, Monty in the 3, Rick stepping it up one more spot from that 9th to the 4th, and Pete Eplestone Jr. in the 5th spot. So now we got the baby Truggy A2. You got Cal taking the top spot. Matt Abaz driving the wheels off of his. Rick Hay in the 3. Chris in the 4. And Steve in the 5th again. Not too bad. Super consistent for him. Couple more to go. Look at that. Now we are into the E-Buggy A2. So again, we had Douglas on top, Darren in the 2, Kyle in the 3, Monty in the 4, and Brandon in the 5. So a huge mix-up in the Buggy A2 sort for sure. 4x4 short course, still my favorite class in the A2. You got Tim number 1, Chris in the 2, Dennis in the 3, Andrew in the 4, and Saunders in the 5. Saunders should have had that. He had almost a lap lead, and at the very end, his electronics let him down. I was crushed because he definitely put in the work and was one to beat in that class for sure. So last but not least, we got the A2 Truggy, Douglas Schufeld taking it again, Ryan Fireball McKay driving it super smooth, super consistent. And look at those times. Super fast. 24 ones. Come on, man. Almost the only other one in the 23s. You got Brandon in the 3. You got Ryan Martin in the 4. And Pete rounding out the top 5. So what does this all mean? Well, we got to go to the race results to show you. So, Baby Truggy, the results. Taking the top spot is Kel. Number 2, Rick. Number 3, Chris. Number 4, Matt. Number 5, Chris Coop. So I guess I'll do the top 5 because it shows on the screen. 4x4 short course, double A main results. You got Coop, Tim, Andrew Blakely, awesome driving with a loaner vehicle, used tires, blew out shocks, and basically the truck was falling apart, and he still did awesome. Dennis in the 4 and Paul in the 5. Going to the 4-wheel drive buggy, you got Douglas Schufeld with the 1 and a 1. Kyle in the number 2, Monty in the 3, Darren in the 4, and Rick Endler driving it solidly into the top 5. Getting the bum. Wicked run, bud. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Brad, welcome to the show. All right. We're going to keep on going. Now we'll get into the 2-wheel drive truck A-main results. You got Darren taking top honors, edging out Corey Wolf, literally a little bit separating them in the points. Craig in the 3, Mark in the 4, and Adam rounding out the top 5. But Jerry was right there, honorable mention, just because I had to help him out with his Tekin Electronics. Always a pleasure, Blood. So now we go into the 2-wheel drive short course. Monty getting edged out by Justin. Monty in the 2 spot, Mike in the 3, Ryan Fireball McKay in the 4, and Trevor in the 5. All right, so we got 2-wheel drive buggy. A-main, you got Darren taking top honors, Martin in the 2, Jay in the 3, Justin in the 4, and Braden McKay in the number 5. I don't know how he even got the runs in because, man, working on the track, running all around, having a good time, making sure everybody else was having a good time. It was definitely super cool. So, 1/8 scale E Truggy double A main. Number 1, none other than Douglas Schufeld. Number 2, you got Ryan Martin. Number 3, you got Ryan Fireball McKay. You got number 4, Brandon. And number 5, you got the Otter. Now the premier class of the weekend. The biggest class that we had. Number 1, Douglas Schufeld. Number 2, Kyle. Number 3, Darren. Number 4, the Otter. Number 5, Andrew Blakely. Unbelievable. Both those guys were making the S-Works vehicle look good, and thank you guys for doing it. Andrew, nothing but mad respect for what you've been pulling off. It has been nothing short of amazing. Watching you get up to speed with Johnny and the other young bucks coming up, it is super cool. Stewie, how's it going? All right, so we are going to get rid of this, and we are going to get into what we have coming up next this weekend. This weekend, we have none other than, let me see, the Summer Shootout. I'm going to get to this. Get rid of that. There we go. All right, so as some of you may or may not know, they put in a new layout. Coop, what's up, buddy? Awesome run at the Barnyard. Now we are talking about the Summer Shootout. We are switching gears. We are getting hyped up. We are getting ready to see some wicked racing action. So this right here is coming off of the big front jump. You got all these lovely corner dots here going into the first little double. There's our old driver stand / spectator area now. You got this double coming into the back section, which leads to the big C can, step up, step off, or triple for the bigger vehicles. Coming all the way around. Back in here, it's called the pinwheel. Each one of these light bars is actually a little whoop. And then you got a little off camber here, going to a double, into a mini straight, and then you got the drop down pie corner drop off kind of. It's the opposite of the pie jump that they had. This is a corner drop down, jump up. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to work out, but definitely a different feature than what we're used to for sure. Coming around, you got the rumble strip here, which they got rid of the PVC piping, which was awesome, made this rumble strip so much better. You got the double corner dots here, coming back to 180. This is very deceiving. It is another off camber coming up and around to the biggest straightaway we have on the track. And then you got, I'm going to say, close to a 180 back to the biggest jump we have on the track. This could be a single step down double, or it could be a double double or a double tabletop, or if you clear the whole thing and downside it with the bigger vehicles, you can definitely do some damage. So now that you guys got to see the summer shootout layout, you guys know that we are allowed to camp. So I know Monty's going to be rolling in on Thursday. I believe Sean, thankfully, is bringing up his store. So we're going to have two of the hobby shops on site, which is going to be epic. I can't wait to see them in action again. I know it's been a while since Sean has been out to the track. I know Monty's putting in tons of work. He was there the weekend prior. Yeah, Jonathan, definitely. Track looks sick. Matt, no, for sure. Oh my God. Hey, it just started working. Look at that. I can actually put in comments now. There we go. It just took like half the show for the comments to start coming in. Yeah, no kidding. If you launch it over the straight jump, it is pretty cool. So some of the things that I was asked about at the race this weekend was this right here. This is a 3D printed shock and diff rebuild station. This is done by Mike Moore. We are going to have this on the S-Works Canada website, and you will be able to purchase it there. You will be able to pick your own colors and all that good stuff. The other thing that a lot of questions we were getting asked about was, how did we get these fan covers to protect the expensive fans? These are done by Ryan Saunders to my website shortly, and they come in a plethora of colors. These are super flexible. He put a lot of engineering into it to allow airflow, but have it so only dust and little particles can get through and not wreck the expensive fan. Now, I'm going to disappear for a second. I want to. Now that I'm over on this camera over here, I have to give a huge shout out to Paul. He made all the new garb. He did all the graphics, and if you need shirts made up, like, look at these shirts. Thank you, Paul. He killed it. I love the front and the backs. He did multiple colors, and I have to give Paul a huge shout out. So if you want to get graphics made up, anything that you can send him, he can get made up and put onto a shirt. But man, he's making me look fast. I just wish I could drive fast. Hopefully the sound is still a-okay. I'm going to switch it back right now. Oh, I see my sign fell down over there. I was using the cupboard doors to try and hold it up. Guess I'll have to come up with a better system. So hopefully that worked with the sound. I'm not 100% sure. Earl, what's up? Douglas, welcome to the show. Ridiculous run last weekend, but you definitely made the event a spectacular one to watch. Man, it was cool to see you wheel that around. We were cheering you on, trying to see if you could break lap records and get ridiculously fast. Not that you needed the help, but it was definitely cool to see. This is the last item I wanted to show. This is some graphics that Paul was able to put on our new S-Works wings, and they're epic. Like, not gonna lie, I don't even think I'm gonna put it on my vehicle because I don't want to wreck it because I crash a little bit too much. But oh, Matt, you don't have to be nice to me, man. But yeah, honestly, I am going to try. Um, yeah, you know what, Earl? You are gonna get sponsored anyways. You can come out and we got something that you can pull the trigger with. That way there's no expense and you don't have to worry about it. Just come out, have some fun and see what everybody is doing. All right. So the other thing I have to do, I have to thank everybody. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna throw this on here there. So everybody that came by and got some CowRC goodness, thank you guys. We sold out. We only had 2 packages left before we even got to the barnyard. So thank you for everybody that pre-ordered, came by, picked it up, got to hang with the wife in the pits and all that stuff. And man, it was awesome. So you see me using all this stuff in the pits, and everybody that came by, I gave them a little demo and stuff like that. And you even seen my kids using this stuff, making sure that their stuff was tip top shape, rocking and rolling, and ready for the next round. Hey, you know what, Paul? This stuff is epic, man. I appreciate the support. It is super cool. But definitely check out Paul and his garb. It is second to none. All right, so what I want to do is I want to kind of get into the tire game. As some of you guys may or may not know, I was running VP Pro last season. I'm still running off my VP Pro stock, but Sean was nice enough to hook me up via Douglas. Thank you, Douglas, for bringing it to me. And I'm just going to show you the tire that I felt was the best for the barnyard. And it was more forgiving for me. I should have ran it in my main and felt like it could have been a little bit better. But this is the Raider right here. This is an awesome compound. I love the pin spacing. It is a little bit bigger than a hole shot, but not quite as big as a blockade. It is awesome. Like, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but there's an X ribbing on the side so you don't catch ruts or imperfections in the track. This was awesome to try. Now, for the foams, I tried them just stock. I didn't modify it at all, and they felt fine. Now, what I am going to try and do is I am going to try and do the V cut. So on my next set that I glue up, I am going to modify my inserts a little bit. And what I'm trying to get out of that is just make the carcass a little bit flatter. And that way I feel that I'll get a little bit more forward grip. Oh, you like that pattern, eh? So I'm going to show you the one that I'm going to get ready for O-Town. And I'm sure everybody saw the track porn that John put on, but this is the one I am going to be gluing up for O-Town. So this is a new to me tire. I'm not sure if Douglas has tried it yet, but it's the Tasmania or Tamania, if I'm saying it correctly. I don't know if I can even get it on the camera. I'm not used to this setup yet. I don't know all the camera angles and all that, but I just wanted to test it out since we have a race this weekend and I'm trying to load everything in. But look at the diamond pattern in this carcass. It is pretty cool. The pins are super small and the grip It's so great. It just feels good. It's a feel good tire. Oh, look at that. They were so Douglas did try him at the barnyard. Sick. Oh, thanks, Stu. Yeah, honestly, this weekend, if anybody wants to come check it out, the summer shootout is going to be a 2-day event. We're going to be rolling in Friday right after school / work, and then we're going to be there Friday night, Saturday night, and then once the race is done on Sunday, we'll be packing up and heading home. But if you want to swing by and check it out, we're more than welcome to show off. We're going to have the Cow RC stuff set up so you can demo that as well. I will see if I can put together a prize package for the event, and we're going to try and hype it up big time. I know the competition is going to be there. I'm hoping the entry count is going to be good. I know the weather is looking way better than when I first saw it, but I'm looking forward to the summer shootout. And then after that, we have Father's Day, which there's a couple options there. I just got to see what my kids have planned. And being a father, I might get to do it. I might not. I don't know. It's Father's Day. I should get the choice, right? But we're going to have to play it by ear for that one. Um, Other than that, I just got to thank everybody for the good times at the Barnyard. It was definitely a race that I was anticipating for a while because we haven't been there in over 2 years due to the whatever. And to finally get there, to finally see my kids having fun, to be able to help Johnny, John, basically Andrew, Ryan, everybody on the S Works team do what they needed to do to get their vehicles in the A main. Our first time to the barnyard, we had 3 buggies in the A main, 2 truggies in the A main. It was an epic weekend. Not only that, some of the stuff that they did at night was amazing. They had last man standing, and it was just something cool to break up the whole the whole race weekend. It was a shocker. Not only did they have everybody go out on the track in their respective classes, no marshaling whatsoever, last man standing, 8 minutes. Here's the kicker: they did the track in reverse, so it was awesome to see because nobody had any practice doing it backwards. So to see them trying to wheel that, it was definitely a good time for sure. Um, Beyond that, I think that the flow was really good. We got lucky, got it in before the rain. Um, just the people hanging out, everybody seemed to be in a decent mood. I apologize for not being able to do any more of my lives after all my camp was destroyed and blew away, but it was definitely a relaxing weekend. Um, Super proud dad moments. I think everybody heard me cheering my kids on from behind the track and stuff like that. I was basically in awe with how Michaela went back to back to back fast laps consecutively, trying to up her game, trying to catch her brother, trying to get that next step better. But you know what? Just when she gets on the track and has a good time and doesn't break, that's all I can ask for. Nathan, he definitely had one epic battle with Derek, and like even yesterday he was talking about it. Today at soccer, he brought it up to one of his friends that he doesn't get to see at school, so it's still fresh in his mind. And for him to get the bump and get second overall behind Pete Jr., holy cow, was he like? I don't know who was more excited, me or him. Oh yeah. So hopefully Rob can come out this weekend. If not, we gotta see this guy shortly. Yeah, you know what? It was so much fun, Matt, watching them finally click. Like I know Johnny was listening to some of the things that I was telling him about the track. He was listening to some of the things I was telling him about tire choice. He was listening to some of the stuff we were talking about with the shock package, with the wing package, with different things. Well, I say all this stuff to my kids, but they're like, my dad's dumb. He just wants me to do it just to work on my car, blah, 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 or whatever. And they listen, but they don't apply what I'm telling them. Johnny actually put in the work. That kid killed it. And then once Nathan realized that Johnny was getting infinitely faster, putting it in the A main, now Nathan's asking me, hey, Dad, do we have that extra sway bar? Do we have those springs? Do we have a wing like Johnny? So I know he was paying attention. And to see Johnny put it right into the A main was super cool. Uh-oh. So, Cat, aren't you at work? What the heck? So he was killing me with the chirping on the stand. He said, I'm going to keep shutting the door on him. No, AC is getting out. Oh, man. But, yeah, it was cool to see. I got an awesome perspective. We were trackside. I realize now that I'm never going to go on the dust side. I'm going to try and stay over closer to the back, and that way I'll walk to the track. I don't mind that. I like having a nice secure camp. We picked up some more tie downs, so now when we set up the S Works basically team pit area, it's going to be secure. I know Mike Moore helped me out with getting the top secured and all that stuff. So now we got all the pieces of the puzzle, and we should be a-okay moving on forward. I definitely have to thank a few people for getting me the graphics. They've been stepping it up big time. But Brad from 52 Graphics hooked us up big time, and I can't ask for anything better. I'm pretty sure that I have covered just about everything for this show. I got to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, hopefully you guys can join us this weekend at the Summer Shootout. We are going to go live. I'm hoping either Friday or Saturday night, depending on how the setup goes. But we're actually going to sit down and have a live with the setup. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. Hopefully you can join us live at the track and definitely have a good time. I'm hoping the competition is there, and I'm hoping that you guys have as much fun at our local track as we did last weekend at the Barnyard Brawl. But I'm going to cut you guys loose, and hopefully you will join us this weekend. And we got a couple special announcements, and I will definitely be spilling the beans. I'll try and keep it on the DL. Oh, wait. I might have one more thing. Hold on. Let me see. I think Kenzo has something here. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's see. So, as you guys know, Kenzo was freaking walking around the track with all this 4K stuff, all these gimbals. He had these drones flying around. Well, he actually put something together. I'm curious. I just messaged him, see if he gets back to me. It was epic what he was actually trying to pull off. The one funny picture that I got of me was what was it, Paul in the pits, man. He definitely got me in my like I was like trying to do tires in the pits or something like that. It was definitely a good photo shot for sure. Let me see. If he doesn't message me, I will cut you guys loose. Is there a photo bomb coming? Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping he can message me back. We got a few minutes left. I literally have less than 5 minutes on the ticker. If I do see him message me, I will definitely share it. But if not, he's going to tag me in it, and I will put it right away on the Ross Racing Facebook page. I'll put it on the S-Works page. I'm sure he's going to share it to the Barnyard one, but he's trying to do it right now. I got a few minutes left. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Man, I got to thank you guys, too, for making the show. If it wasn't for you guys, the comments and all that cool stuff, we wouldn't be doing this. And you know what? I hope that some of it is informative, and we will definitely do more items of interest because I know that a lot of people were curious about what we were running. Yeah, no, yeah, Matt, for sure. We'll definitely have you call in. I'm hoping that Douglas is on site so we can pull him. And you never know, we might have to do a scheduled pit walk, give everybody a heads up and warning, and that way we can actually have a cool chat. Because the tire pool last week at the Barnyard was super fun for me, and it kind of made me change my mind from what tire I thought I was going to run to the tire that I actually ran. So it was definitely cool to go around and get everybody's opinion on that. Jeff, you know I need a camera guy. You know I need a camera guy. So we're gonna have Jeff Joyce out to our Spark Track this weekend. This guy is the guy that puts together all the cool stuff that you see on my show, and he's the one that kind of keeps me in check and definitely definitely makes this pot. We'll be bugging Jeff big time. But yes, Jeff, thank you for all you do for this show and everybody else. All right. Did he message me? Somebody sent me something, but is that the barnyard? So somebody somebody sent me a sneak peek of a track. I have no idea what it is, or even if I'm allowed to show it. So I am not gonna do that, but it's definitely something cool. All right, yeah, no, for sure. All right, so guys, I literally have 3 minutes left. If he doesn't tag me, I have to get going. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Douglas, what he can do on our track. It's super cool because it's a new layout, so it's going to be fair for everybody. What day are you planning on rolling up, Doug? So I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be late Friday night or early Saturday morning. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, cool. So at least you'll be able to get some track time on Friday night. You basically need one pack each, I'm sure, and it's going to be cool. Awesome, Jonathan, dude. Having you out is always a treat. Oh, well, Lottie da. He's staying at my house, Greg says. Yeah, hopefully that fastness doesn't wear off on you. That's all I can say. But yeah, he's definitely a fast cat. Super cool to see that we got some fast peeps coming out. But all right, man. We got oh wait. Oh my god, I think I know who it is. Oh my god, hold on. He's got it. I don't even know if you guys can hear the rain, but okay, so he's got it. Hopefully you can send me the link and then I am going to share something with you. Is it Billy the Tree? Oh my god. Carla's comment was the best because she's like, if you cut Billy down, you're in a lot of poop. Basically, is what she was getting at. All right, so he might be emailing it to me. I'm not sure. He's actually on the chat right now. Give me 1 second. We are going into overtime, but it's going to be worth it. I guarantee it. So he is setting us up with a sneak peek. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Billy the Tree is the tree coming onto the front straight at John's track, and it has seen its fair share of hits for sure. Can Willie is at Spark. There you go. We're gonna have to spray Can Willie on there, waving at everybody as you break the half of the car running off the Can. Well, the rain held out till 9:30, not too shabby. But so far, I'm liking the setup in here. Obviously, I need to find a better way to hang up my banners, but other than that, it's not too bad. The Broken Man is at the Barnyard. I'm going to see if I can still get the cardboard cutouts of people from Shoppers Drug Mart, and we're going to set them up vicariously throughout the track, and those are going to be our stand-in marshals. All right, so I figured it out. The sneak peek of the track was from Kevin. He is putting in work on his home track, getting it ready for this weekend, I believe. Brad, what's going on? You need a mannequin? Oh, geez. Might have to marketplace that one. That would be funny, though. Someone go steal one. Oh, geez. So John's putting out the request. He needs a mannequin trackside, I guess. So if you know where to get a mannequin and you want to drive the mannequin to John's track, he's looking for one. All right, so let's see if Kenzo can hook us up with that, and we will share it. That's what I'm talking about, man. That would be epic. Somebody that didn't marshal, or somebody that was, chirping a little too much. You can put their face on there and have some fun. 8 scale e-truggy style. So I'm happy you guys are hanging in there. We're gonna see if we can load up this video here. Gotta go into my Gmail. All right, loading. Man, I want to see it. Billy's cousin was thinking about stopping in at the Otter Cup #2. His name is Buzz Cut. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, if I was to get anything, I honestly believe I am going to get an e-truggy. That man, seeing you guys run those, it might be the next kit this guy puts together for himself. But I'm not gonna lie, um, having having just one class and being able to support everybody and relax and just kind of hang out, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. And if my kids continue to keep getting faster than me, having just one class might not be that bad of an idea. If if I do venture away from the buggy buggy combo, it would probably be now the e buggy e truggy saga. It just looks like it's a perfect fit. You see a few of them doing it on the team, like Johnny, John, both running e bug e trug and crushing it. Like both of them put their vehicles straight into the A. Is it going to make me go straight to the A? Probably not, but Truggy is definitely a cool looking class. Oh yeah, no, Truggy's definitely stepped it up this year, man. I remember when it was not as popular. It was cool to see John doing battle with Kevin, but now you got Douglas up in there. You got Derek, you got Rob. There's just so many. Even I think Paul even has a truggy too. I think he was running truggy, buggy, and short course. I think he was running three classes. So truggy definitely stepped it up. All right, let me see if it's ready to rock. Send him another message, checking in, seeing where he's at. It's all about the hype game. Yeah, man. And you know what? The teaser video that I seen of the quality is amazing. This 4K stuff, the auto stabilization and all the cool little gimbals and tricks and stuff like that, that was a playbook out of Jeff Joyce's book. Like that's what he does for Spark. So I'm very curious to see what he's doing. Oh my gosh. So 35 e-truggies going to be on the property in less than 2 weeks. That's awesome. That's like sick actually. All right, let's see. Inbox. I think I sent it to there. Nope. Nope. So basically, four heats, 10D. E, Truggy, E, action coming at you. If I was to get an E Trug, I definitely would have to get the new body. I'm gonna have to get one for Nathan. He was rocking the old school Truggy body, and he was crushing with it. I was super proud of him. But that new Bruggy body is super cool. LFR hooked us up. I got mine at Brandon's, getting ready to be painted. I believe he's got a buggy for Michaela and the bruggy body for Nathan. So once those are ready, we're going to be rocking the new lids and I guess taking names. So unfortunately, holy crap, 5 heats. You could be in the E main in it. No kidding. Increase the intensity, man. It was already nuts. Yeah, it would be crazy. But all right, so I'm gonna give Kenzo. What are we at here? One more minute, because if I don't get it in one more minute, I definitely have to cut it loose. I'm only supposed to go for an hour. I already went over. This weekend we got Spark. Next weekend we got Father's Day. The following weekend we got the Old Town Race #2. Otter Cup is back in action. Everybody go check out John's site. Not like you haven't already if you're watching this, but he's got some track for him there. E-main, baby. Yeah, no kidding. I'm guaranteed to hit the E-main. Yeah, that's like word plays too, because it could be E to A. All right, let's see. Jeez. All right, what do we got here? How much time? 15 seconds. All right. Okay, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I will try and get it uploaded as soon as I can. He's going to send it my way, but I will try and have it up. Thank you for tuning in. We are out of here.